Conservatives, they've all been asked about taking drugs. We've got opium here. We've got cocaine. Cocaine. Oh, cannabis. He tried cannabis, did he? What a terrible man. And I don't give the slightest shit. I don't think anyone does. I think everyone is very, very, very tired of this bullshit. And it's the reason people like Farage are doing so well, isn't it? It's just like that. Not that he plays the game. He knows how to play it. He worms around questions like that because he has to. Because this is the shit you get. Now, did they take drugs? Did they not? I don't care. Don't give a shit. But the issue here, obviously, is the hypocrisy, isn't it? These people who take drugs, who have taken drugs, banning, outlawing it themselves, personally, they've all voted against drug punishment, they've not voted against, they voted for drug laws at different points in time, which is just kind of, it's shitty, really. They've got Barack Obama here, who they also asked. Hilarious how Barack didn't actually manage to do anything about all this, is it? It's been left up to fucking Trump, who's getting... It's weird with Trump, because, just as a sidebar, he's trying really hard right now to reverse all the shit that was done in the 90s with the 3 strikes you're out, the mandatory minimums, and he's trying to get, and he is getting thousands of people released for non-violent drug offences. And it's so ridiculous, because it's one of them where they've kind of... I feel bad even talking about it, because the Democrats are getting behind it, but quietly. I think if there was too much attention on it, they'd have to pull away from it. They tried it at the beginning, saying it was racist and sexist and all that other nonsense. Because Orange Man is very bad. But, it's a weird thing there, isn't it? And it's kind of like, for all the shit that Trump does and for all the shit that Trump says, there's that thing of like, if you threw one of the 130 grand paid to a porn star to keep her silent, you throw that at any of these and they're going down. Maybe not Boris. Boris is a bit like Trump-like in that respect, but it's kind of what we need, what we're craving, because we've had this moral purity for so long with journalism and politics and all the rest of it. It's this like having to put up this facade of absolute moral purity when we know that they're all at it. We know that all the journalists are at it as well. I mean, fuck me, what a den of dirty, incestuous snakes, if you want to talk about journalists, modern journalists especially, most of which aren't. They're blog writers, they're activists. I mean, I look up this Vox strike. In fact, I'll do it right now. I wasn't going to talk about this, but the Vox Workers Union strike. Check this out. So you get these very official looking. Where's images? Where's images? There we go. You get these very official looking stories. Oh, they're not there, are they? No. I can't see it now. The Twitter one. There's one of them where they're they're actually inside. Oh, for fuck's sake! No, I'm not going off that. And they're all just children. They're all actual children. And the thing is that we get it on the news. It looks like this. You get this sort of nice official looking blah 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 blah, and but the actual people, which they're not loading, which is fucking annoying, actually. Really, really fucking annoying that they're not loading. Actually, there we go. I'll find it now. But ultimately, they are just kids. Here we go. There's the picture I wanted to show you. Look at this shit. Can you see that all right? No, it's not very clear, is it? Let me do a cheeky trick. View image, and then we'll zoom in, right? So we get these official stories, we get all this stuff, this moral purity, and look who it is that's putting it out. Children. Actual children. The vast majority of these people have never existed in the world. They've never had a real job. Of course they fucking haven't. Look at the state of him. Like, for them to have the life experience to sort of be moral arbiters the way they have been doing, it's not possible, because how the fuck would they even be there in the first place? state of this bullshit, man. Just because we got this thing. And the reason I mention this specifically in relation to... Because it's the same with this. It's the same with these people. Is yet another of the journalists has come out as being a paedophile. So whilst they're browbeating you for being a racist or a fascist or whatever kind of phobe that they want to invent tomorrow or today, they're out fucking kids or they're soliciting for pictures. And of course, it's a feminist who has pronouns in the bio. That's a marker, isn't it? Especially if you've got a dude with a balding head and a beard that feels the need to tell you he/him, then that is definitely a warning sign. But what worries me is these scumbags that are writing these stories about politicians doing drugs and about what an evil person Nigel Farage is. They've gone really quiet on this. Peter Bright, prominent journalist for Ars Technica. Where is it? What have we got here? We've got Business Insider, Human Events. I don't see the BBC. I see the Blaze. Of course, they're just going to jump on this. Where are they all? Why are they all so silent? I thought fucking kids was pretty serious. We got a BBC hit here, but it has nothing to do with... it has nothing to do with that. But yeah, Mr. Dr. Pizza, as he's known. He's been a New York journalist charged with soliciting child sex online in an FBI sting. An actual victim was 11-year-old, but the FBI have claimed to be a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. And his name was Dr. Pizza. That's going to send the QAnon people west as fuck, isn't it? It's going to be ridiculous. Scumbags. Fucking scumbags. And we're going to get onto the Vox thing later. If you're watching clips, it'll be another video. But, you know, these people are sitting on the high horse talking about... They're absolute fucking scum. Drug-addled perverts. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fucking pervert too. I am. Not that I do stuff like that. I just... Well, you know, you all know I like it up the bum. But I'm not sitting here sort of trying to ban people and brown people. Go fuck yourself. I'm not trying to censor anyone else. You be you, man. You do you. I'm good. I don't give a shit. Scumbags, every last one of them. I hope he gets fucked over in prison. I really do. I hope they fuck him hard. Absolute scum, Dr. Pizza. He's back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. I'm just a small guy. Graham needs a bit of space. The silent gammon. That's what I'll call the video when we're done. Although it won't make sense because I'm probably going to edit out the bit where I cut the audio because, we're going to lose people, aren't we? It's one thing live. A Chicken has said Conservative members are rather old school. They will have a heart attack at the thought of someone smoking a doobie. Yeah, it's true. It's true. But that's the thing with the game. There's a big talking point at the moment, isn't there, the new Conservative leader? Why should 100,000 older people, average age 57, why should they decide the leader of the country? I mean, well, apart from the fact that we don't vote for a prime minister, we vote for a party, and that party forms a government, and they choose the prime minister. Apart from that, although there is a good question as to, will they have a mandate, blah, 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 all the rest of it. But apart from that, there's the 57, it's this narrative of, like, old people, whereas the average age for a Labour member is 52. There's only 5 years difference. This is called spin and propaganda, people. If you're going to tell me that the average age for a Conservative Party member is 57, then I'm going to Google the average age for everyone else. Because if you're not giving me that context, then what game are you playing? Because you're just selling me something, and I'm not interested, man. Go fuck yourself. I'm not interested. But yeah, go look it up. Most of the parties, the average age is in the 50s. It's only bloody UKIP that's coming down. They talk about the 20-year plan with UKIP. I can see it now. I can see it. Because I think they were the second most joined party in was it under 30s, under 35s? Don't quote me on that because I've not got that one to hand in my memory. But they have got a lot of very, very young people coming in. So they're genuinely as a 20-year plan. Also, yes, Conservative Party members are going to be picking the next Prime Minister. But so what? They're politically engaged. You're going to have a go at them. Hey, Every time voting comes around, every time an election comes around, everyone, myself included, apart from the people that say, spoil it, don't do it. But a lot of people, including myself, say, please vote, please make your voice heard. My personal perspective being that the more people in an area vote, the more they'll give a shit about you. If only a few people vote, they ain't going to do anything for you. Why would they care? No matter what they do, if you don't get off your ass and send them a message, they're not going to change their behaviour. That's my perspective. But yeah, we're always, there's always a lot of people saying, get involved, vote, do this, blah, blah, blah. But then they don't but then they're criticising people who are politically engaged, people who have joined a party and have now got power because of that. They've paid their dues, they've got involved. What do you want? You can't win, can you? The problem is with a lot of these media companies is the Conservatives are right-wing, supposedly. I mean, they're just a shitty version of Labour at the moment. But they're right-wing. That's the issue they have. Labour has a surge of membership, and it's like, whoa, the Corbyn Jesus man walks among us, and look at all the followers he has. It's a grassroots surge from the many. Yeah, Conservative people join in, and it's like 57. Did you know they're 57? Old. Maybe they're wise as well. I don't know.